Good morning, Mrs. Lam, Hong Kong Free Press. Amnesty International has followed Human Rights Watch in leaving the city, citing the security law crackdown. What's your response, please?
Well, since the enactment of the national security law, different associations and various individuals have explained or justified their actions on the basis of a national security law. But there is no way that one could prove that this is exactly the reason for their taking such a decision. So similarly, I could not comment on this explanation given by an organization about their departure from Hong Kong. But what I could say here is under basic law, I think it's Article 27, the freedom of association, the freedom of assembly, like the freedom of speech and so on, are being guaranteed. So no organization should be worried about their legitimate operations in Hong Kong, but it has to be done in accordance with the law. Now, the third point I want to make is when people try to allege and accuse the national security law for posing threats or intimidation on people, one should read very carefully the national security law, particularly the article which says that we would, at the same time, safeguard the rights and individuals enjoyed by people under the Bill of Rights ordinance and also the various clauses in the international covenants as applied to Hong Kong. But the national security law's primary objectives is not just to arrest people and punish people. It also has a very laudable objective to prevent and suppress. So if there are individuals, organizations that have been using Hong Kong to spread news or to engage in activities that they are worried because these activities are sort of undermining the national security of Hong Kong, then of course they would need to be worried, because the national security law is not just about arresting people who have committed a crime. It is also about trying to prevent and suppress the activities which will have that impact of undermining national security. But on the other hand, may I draw your attention to some facts? Now, I said I could not comment on speculations or excuses, but I could show you the facts. The facts is, according to the latest survey by the Census and Statistics Department and Invest Hong Kong, as at June this year, the number of overseas and mainland companies that have set up offices, headquarters in Hong Kong has not reduced. In fact, it was another record-breaking number of over 9,000 such overseas and mainland companies that have established in Hong Kong. And I could also show you the fact that some important legal organizations at the regional or international level have also established offices in Hong Kong in a legal hub set up by the Department of Justice. And last week, we have a very important worldwide maritime conference in Hong Kong. And this International Council of Shipping, the first office outside of the headquarters, is set up in Hong Kong. So these are the facts which will give you the confidence that the national security law has not prevented or horrified people from doing their legitimate business in Hong Kong.